just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome, everyone, to the Setting the Tone podcast. Me and my guys, we back one more time to take a victory lap for the Bears win over the Green Bay Packers. We got my man J-Mac. We got my man Boss Man. What's going on, fellas? How y'all living?
Decent,
living
man.
the dream right now, brother.
Word.
Yeah. Living the dream. Victory Monday.
Victory Monday. Bears beat the Packers 24-22 to end their season with a 5-12 record. We had a lot of Bears fans that didn't really want that win because they wanted the draft position. I think the win is more important than the draft position because we're sitting at 10 in the draft. We could have been sitting as low as or high as however we're going to look at it, 8 or 9. But 10 is fine. The win has more weight than that position, in my opinion. The victory ends Bears losing streak for the season. It also ends the Bears losing streak to the Packers for 11 games. Caleb Williams is the first Bears quarterback to win in Lambeau since Jay Cutler, I believe. So that's a big deal. Fellas, how do you look at this end of the season victory? Do you think it's meaningless, or does it hold any type of weight for you as a fan, and you think for the players as well?
Well, I'll say all wins hold weight with the fans, first of all, and a win against the Packers is a forgiving win, and so to speak. We can accept a little bit more. We tolerate a little bit more when we beat those fellas up north. But to me, it ended the season the right way. Again, the win against the Packers ending the season should carry on to next season, in my opinion. They know that they can beat them now. That regime knows that they can beat them. They should have beat them last time. And I think that confidence going into next year will weigh big.
I feel that. What you think, J-Mac?
Me personally, I think any win against the Packers is always big. You can't, just my opinion, fuck a draft position. We talking about a division rival. We talking about your most hated rival. So a draft position to me means nothing. No, but I don't give a fuck if it is the first pick of the draft. Beat the Packers. Beat the Packers.
Right. Hey, don't mess around and beat Lovie Smith or Jared Mayo and win a game you're supposed to win for the number one pick and get fired.
Yeah, but the whole regime is getting fired anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, you get it was all. Like, I mean, I'm for why help the next regime? I'm finna get fired anyway, so why
help myself?
Regime? Thank you.
Yeah, help myself.
And I'm going to take as many of my people with me as I can. So even if they don't fire him, if whoever leaving gets a key position, they're going to try to bring in whoever they trust. So I don't think that even if they wanted to keep the whole staff, that all of them would stay.
And just being a competitive person, right? You don't want to just roll over. You want to play. You want to play to the end. You want to fight to the end. You know what I'm saying? And let the chips fall where they may.
Exactly.
That's the competitor. Whether you a fan or a player, you just want to. You just want to. As a fan, you want to see them compete. As a player, you just want to compete. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm looking for. But I saw a lot of
trying to win that game.
Packers fans. Packers was definitely trying. Thank you, J-Mac. Thank you. I have a cousin that's a Packers fan, and he gonna try to play it off. He gonna try to throw some excuses like the Packers were trying to win that. I had to go on his post and be like, nah, that game was not meaningless to the Packers. They were trying to win. They had their starting defense in. They had most of their starters on the offense in until they got injured. You know?
Yeah.
So they were definitely trying to win that game because it helps them in their playoff position on the playoff chart. So
Yep.
I ain't trying to
Nobody
hear
want to
that
go to Philly.
weak excuse after you lose.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's some sore losers, bro. That's all that was, a sore loser comment to me.
Yeah. Well, you know, they were getting ready for that when we were in the field goal position. They was already concocting that story. They know
Nah, that
nobody
game
wants
wasn't
to go
meaning
into
to
Philly
us.
and face Barkley. Nobody wants to. So they can get out of it with that bull.
Nah. Yeah, that shit was just weak as hell.
Yeah.
Like you could say that to anybody else, but you can't say that to a real sports fan. I know different.
And
That's
we
what I
know way
told him.
different. Nobody wants to face the leading rusher in the NFL at the first game. And he done had a week's rest, and Hurts done had 2 weeks rest. Nobody want to face that double-edged sword, both of them running the ball. And the Packers is always in the middle, where it counts, soft.
Hey,
Yep.
I'm waiting for the early exit, bro. That's all I'm waiting for. So
Yeah,
I can
They
shut
they definitely will be out early.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta love
For
it.
sure.
Gotta
And
love
it's
it.
gonna feel you got it, because I tell them every, y'all celebrate this every year. Y'all play 1 or 2 weeks more than us, and we like Motel 6, we always leave the light on for y'all. So, we'll see y'all in a few days.
Hey, we gonna see them next to us on the couch.
Yeah.
So we gonna see them in Cancun with us, wherever it is. We gonna see them.
Yeah. Wherever
You
the
know what I'm
Super Bowl is
saying?
being played live on TV or whatever bar, they'll be right beside us cheering whoever they cheering on to.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Hey, that's a fact. So with that win, the Bears are undefeated in 2025. And like Boss Man alluded to earlier, they guess that's some momentum they can carry into the next season. Some feel good, something where they say, hey, we can compete, we can play with these teams because we just beat them. Caleb Williams is 1-1 against them in the rivalry, basically. And I have to give Caleb his props, man. For a rookie, he played all 17 games.
Okay.
He was sacked 3,447,000 times. I got to give him props for that.
Right.
The man stood up through that mess, man. Stood up through that mess.
He did, and had decent numbers to show for it.
Yeah, I mean, let's just give him props, man, for that. Just being able to stand back there and take that abuse, that beating.
Yeah.
And hopefully he just, get some offense around him and he just get his work on his game as well, But from the game yesterday,
a lot of work.
J-Mac.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna get to that. For the game yesterday, J-Mac, what were some of your key takeaways from that game that made that a good win for the Bears?
I think for me, in our chats, I think I sent a note of what I thought was
I saw
keys to the victory, in which they actually did. They stuck to the running game, even though it wasn't productive as far as yards is concerned. They stuck to the running game. Time of possession was pretty much even. Man, it was, the special team play was great. I mean, besides one pretty much almost one boneheaded play by Scott. But other than that, man, to me, it was just a total team victory. No one person actually stood out. I mean, you had a few hiccups here and there, but not one person stood out. And to me, it was just a total team victory.
Hey, somebody answer this for me. Tyler Scott, he's been playing on the kick return team. I've noticed that the past 3 weeks. Was it longer than that?
You know what? I'll be honest with you.
Since Carter got injured.
Since Carter.
Okay,
Carter,
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 weeks. Okay.
I have to. What's going on with Scott, man? I don't understand why he didn't get the opportunities. Has anybody heard anything coming out of practices, or is he not fitting the bill? Is he lazy? I mean, nobody. They don't say anything. They haven't said anything.
He's just that low on the depth chart. You got Adunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore. I mean,
I get it, but
Why would we?
not.
Why would we see
How
him?
many
Why
snaps
would
have
we
you
see
seen him
him?
play?
I think
Not
my
very many.
might
I'm
get
saying,
tired.
why would
opinion.
we see him?
Well,
Rotation.
because once they brought in Carter,
Mm-hmm.
that sunk him down the depth chart deep.
Right.
Right.
And then
So he must have not been doing what he had to do in training camp or mini camp or something. Because with all them wheels and speed, you'd think they would find a way to use him if he was good.
In training camp they was.
Right.
I mean that's all you heard was Caleb going deep to Scott. Caleb going deep to Scott.
That's what I'm saying. With all that hype
Hey, boss man,
especially with them getting rid of. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, ask yourself this question:
Okay.
of the guys we mentioned, is he better than any of those guys?
Not the starters, no. But everybody gets tired. I don't even see them coming in when somebody get tired. And then they what's the guy that we all wanted to see? I think his last name was Johnson that had made the splash during the Hall of Fame game. The big tall receiver, 6'6" guy. And remember, he got hurt right after that, and we never see anything else. They brought him up from the practice squad too, and I don't even see him. I don't see him.
Special teams.
Yeah.
Special teams.
Yeah.
He's on special teams. I've seen him on the offense a couple times, but he's mostly special teams.
Well, we know
he's just the security just in case another injury happens. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you would think though,
Look,
making a
you're
decision.
not about to get no minutes over those 3 or 4 guys.
That's true. That's true, and I believe that the bulk of the snaps,
no minutes for nobody.
90% of the snaps, but everybody lose, they win. Everybody get tired. Everybody need a break. I don't even see him out there then, but I understand
4 guys ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
You got 4 guys ahead of him. If I lose my win, there's 3 other guys. They can rotate those 4 guys. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to ever have to go deep into the well unless there's an injury. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But at one point or another, you want to see what you got. He's coming up on his deal too.
True.
You know what I mean? I get everything you say makes sense, and I agree with it. But I'm just saying that at some point you need to know: is he good enough to keep around? Do we need to go ahead and replace him as well? I just don't. You have to see something from him.
Well, my opinion, if you're number 5 on the depth chart, you're expendable. we can move those pieces around. We can grab somebody else and toss you to the side. If you're number 5 on the depth chart, that's just my opinion.
And to me,
you're not that valuable.
To me, unfortunately, he's a victim of the system. He's a victim of Shane Waldron's system. Everything is predicated to go to certain players. I mean, so everything is predicated to go to your number 1, your number 2, and your number 3, and your running back. Your tight ends don't.
Another guy that bumps him out off the chart too. The running backs get some catches too. So
yeah, unfortunately, in Shane Waldron's offense, your tight end is obsolete.
All right.
That reminds me of Mike Marks. That's what that's why we got rid of Olsen when he came when we had him as the OC back in the Trestman days. He got rid of Greg Olsen because if he can't block, he don't want you.
Was that Martz or Trestman that did that? Trestman?
Well, it was Mark's system. That's why I always attached his name to it.
Yeah, it was Mike Marks that got rid of Olsen.
Olsen, yeah. All right. What was I going to say? I wanted to pile on the Packers a little bit more. They got the same division record we got, man. I love it. They got the same division record we got.
That's why I'm not worried about it. Listen,
they should either.
Listen, even if they by some miracle get by Philly, you ain't sure that you could beat the division except for us yet. And then we 50-50 on y'all, and with a 5-12 record, y'all think y'all finna make it through the playoffs in the NFC? Come on, man. And y'all can't stop the run when they get get out of here. All right, we'll be waiting on them next week to celebrate the introduction to the club of the people who watch the playoffs from home. We'll be waiting on them next week. They getting out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Caleb has engineered a few game-winning drives, but this is the only one that's actually coming to fruition. Am I correct? Am I missing one? Because all the
Nope.
other ones were stalled by coaching. This one actually
Coaching.
worked out for us.
Yeah.
We clocked the
Yeah.
ball and got the kick through. That's
Yep.
crazy,
Yep.
man. We've had like 4 other drives that we could have won, I believe. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Even when they came out in that formation, I was like, oh gosh, what are we doing? But I mean,
I love the
once
formation. I just wasn't sure what was gonna happen. I was like, okay, the Bears on some trickery shit because it's the last play of the game, last drive of the game.
All right.
We ain't got
yeah,
do some trick shit. I don't care. The game, you know what I'm saying? This shit is over with.
the way
Hey,
Season
when
over.
he do it though, I was like, I see the 3 guys on the right side. I'm like, okay, this is not going to them. It's too obvious. I say DJ Moore's on the other side. And I'm thinking, if I could see this, then the defense is finna bring that safety down just in case. And they didn't. I'm like, oh, okay. So they are scared of whoever's on that other side. Okay.
They was
And when
worried about
he went
getting
down, I was
burned
so
over the
happy.
top.
Huh?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the play from the quarterback's position from behind the quarterback, DJ Moore was open and Keenan Allen came open
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
across the middle. So it didn't matter which
Right.
one he threw to, but he was focused on DJ Moore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's where his whole attention went to. And
That's a safety net.
in a presser, he was saying that if DJ had one-on-one coverage, that he was gonna go to throw the go route. And I was thinking, man, I'm glad that didn't happen because your deep ball ain't been good.
Ain't
So
been
I
deeping.
was
Right.
right. So I was glad he hit him
Throwing off the
on
wrong
that
foot, all that shit.
right. Yeah. So I was glad he hit him on that route across the middle and ended it right there and clocked it and we got the field goal. But I was so glad it wasn't no deep ball, no go route.
Right. And
Yeah.
Keenan Hands ain't been the most trustworthy this season either. So
No,
Got a
but if it
point
was a
there.
go route, that was going to DJ.
yeah, but he said he saw both of them open, so I'm glad he threw it
Yeah.
to DJ because those Keenan Hands ain't been what they usually are. You know, there ain't nobody even got it on it. No one has really got in the rhythm this year on offense, and for good reason, with the line being what it was. And these last 5 games, you've really seen the task that the GM and the whoever is doing the picking this year, they got a task on their hand, bruh. Because even the people that we thought we had with, and I love TJ Tevin Jenkins' demeanor, but he got to stay on the field. Darnell Wright came out firing last year. This year he took a big step back. So we don't even know what we got as far as the people we thought we had. So he's got a task. Whoever doing the picking and evaluating, they got a task on their hand next year or next season.
A couple points that J-Mac alluded to. We actually tried to establish the run, but I saw the other team's defense, the Packers defense, just obliterating the run. Really, we couldn't create the run lanes in between the tackles. J-Mac also alluded to we don't use our tight ends. Man, we barely use our tight ends. That's supposed to be the rookie quarterback's security blanket. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
that and a dump off to the running back. I don't know, but you know what?
right.
During that winning streak, I thought that was gonna be his favorite target during that little 4-game winning streak. Him and Komet was getting down for a minute, and then
You
all
know
of a
what?
sudden it's like they switched gears.
You know what? I gotta go with J Mac. He said back then it was a caliber opponent we were playing. We weren't getting the pressure, and that's why he was able to
Right,
release to
exactly.
Cole. That's why he was able to release to Cole in that win streak.
I agree totally with that. The thing with the safety valve is it's always the second or third option, which means he still got to have some kind of time to get it to him. He got to be able to go through his progression to get to the dump off. So I agree with that totally. It is because of that.
Yeah, I felt like DeAndre Swift was trying to get the ball moving up forward. He was running hard.
Yeah.
He was making
65
decisive
hard
moves.
fought
He
yards.
wasn't dancing a lot. He was trying to make it happen, but
Thank you.
just couldn't.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I really appreciated that he was a little bit more patient, and he actually hit them holes with some burst instead of
Yeah, he
trying to
was hitting
bounce
hard.
all the time. he started hitting them holes with some burst, and to me, I appreciated that because you ain't got to bounce it outside all the time just because everything your speed allows you to bounce it outside. Bounce it out, but take your time and be patient. And you never know, somebody come break through up that middle. And it was a couple of times I thought he was going to burst through there.
Well,
yeah,
we've always been taught the quickest way from point A to point B is a straight line, and it still holds true. You can't fool numbers. If you get through that gap, that inside the C gap, which is the tackle and the guard, that's the quickest way to the touchdown. It's very rarely you're gonna go straight up the middle because that's the most. That's what defenses hold true. You ain't gonna run up our gut. So if you get off tackle on either side, you're gone.
Hold on. Our defense.
I'm just saying, I said if now. I ain't saying it should. I said if. But now think about this as well, though. Think about this as well. When you have to jump cut, right, you stop all momentum. So even though he's quick enough to get to the outside, if he can get through that initial block, he's gone with his speed. That's why I wanted him to try. Like you said, yesterday he gave it an honest try. And those were 65 hard-fought yards. And we know all you need to do is average 68 yards a game to get 1,000 yards. Well, not even now with the 17th game in place. You don't even need 68 yards a game to average 1,000 yards. So my man, he was on the road yesterday. I liked it. I liked the way he did. He put his head down. He had his blue collar hat on, and he went to work.
Yeah, he had that one run around the edge that I was like, he showed his speed. I was like, okay, I like that.
But you see what happens when you set it up with the inside runs first. You get that linebackers to take that first step inwards, and now you can jump cut because their momentum has to stop too. So it works. The run works when you use it properly.
And you know what I don't get? I see a lot of teams running duo when they running up the middle. Why the hell we can't? It's like we get a duo and we can't move nobody.
That's the key. That's why we don't, because we can't move.
I don't understand that.
You talking about with Roshan on the field?
I'm just talking about the linemen. Even when the
linemen, okay.
When the linemen double teaming, when you see other teams doing duo blocking, they moving people. Our linemen, we ain't moving. Why we ain't moving nobody?
Yeah,
it's always like they regressing.
That's something
it's like you out there trying to shovel with a spoon.
I mean, that definitely ain't gonna work.
Right. They're not moving. They're not moving nobody. So you can see why they don't get pushes up the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't get a push up the middle at all.
Whoever the next coach and line coach gonna have to correct all of that, make them,
We should beg Kelsey. We should beg Jason Kelsey. I don't care if he come as to help the next center. Even if you don't want to come out of retirement, we should beg him because that's the one that you want. I mean, that's the template for the position, man. That guy was a beast. The fact that he can hike the ball and get out there on a run block or a outside lane to get out there and be the pull blocker is outstanding. We need somebody like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, this whole offensive line needs to be revamped, with the exception of the right tackle. The whole offensive line needs to be revamped.
Yeah, and he need to bounce back hard next year.
We definitely need to key in. We definitely need to key in on some on a veteran. I think a veteran center. I don't want a rookie center, to be honest with you.
Oh no!
And then if we go ahead and put rookies, go ahead.
No, you know me. I just want a rookie. I want a young center to grow with Caleb. That's just
it. Remember now,
I want a veteran so he can be the leader of that unit. He can put all them guys in position, tell them what to do, how to do it, and they can flee.
I think that's what you
follow by his example as well. That's all.
I think you can find a guard to do that, can't you? Can't you find a guard to do that?
No,
you can't. You can, but
we need two
usually
guards.
The center is I think you told me this. I think you told me this. Usually the center is the captain of that unit, right?
Center is the captain of the line. So you got your line. You got your linebacker. You got your whoever in the secondary is usually a safety, and then of course you got the center. Uh, the center translates everything to the rest of the lineman. Now, yeah, you got the guard sometimes help with the snap as far as it being loud, but he really doesn't call out the protection like the center do. You want the center to do that so everybody else can focus on their job. Nobody really lines up over the center like that anymore either. They shadow left or right. So you really want your center to focus on if somebody's lining up in any one of his gaps. So if he can call out that protection and make sure everybody else doing his job, then he can focus on whatever he has to do. That's the only guy that's got two jobs, hike it and block. So he needs to have any kind of protection that he can.
Well, what I meant was, as far as a leader on that offensive line, you don't necessarily need the center to be that. You can have one of you got to bring in two guards anyways. So
Right.
make one of them your leaders. I mean, because
So you
like
mean
you
leader
just
as
pointed,
in like the locker room,
along
not
that
so much as on
offensive
the court.
line.
Okay.
Right, that too. Because
I got what you're saying.
your center, of course, as you just pointed out, is going to be your quarterback of that offensive line. But at the same time, you still need a leader among that offensive line. Somebody that's going to take charge of the offensive line, like in the offensive line room, or when
Right.
it comes to training and shit like that. Being an example for the rest of the offensive line. We need a dog on
And
that
being that,
offensive line.
We need 5 dogs.
Yeah.
We need
being
5
that the
dogs.
center has all the call outs and all the reads and all the protections, that's a good person to have as your leader of that line, right?
Yeah. To me, it's almost you almost have to because he's just that guy. If he's not it, I feel like we lacking. If he's not that one, the Olin Kroops, the Jason Kelsey's, the two Pouncey brothers. Remember those? Remember them two centers for Miami and the Steelers? Just dogs, and they got after blocks. You need your center to be the captain of that squad because that's just his position. He has to accept it. So just like the quarterback. The quarterback ain't got no option either. This is the guy calling out all the blitzes and who you should be coming to. Who's the Mac? Who's the Mike? Who's the Sam? That's just his position. He's got to learn to do it. Now, what would help him is a solid veteran on either side of him. I do agree with that. In the locker room and when he's down, that way we can get a younger. The only way we can get a younger center and expect what Tone. He wants a polished guy, and I get it. The only way we can get away with getting a new guy is if he got veterans on both sides of him, because they're gonna both have to talk to him and make sure he calling the right call. But I do like the idea of having a younger one that we can grow with. I just think we need somebody with at least 4 years, 3 to 4 years of college experience if we're not going to get a veteran. And he got to play in the
when
right.
I say a veteran,
okay.
So when I say a veteran, I don't mean an old man. I just mean somebody with the experience of the NFL. So he can be 3 years deep. He can still. And he's not old. He can be 3 years deep, but he know his job and he can already lead, and he can still grow at Caleb. He can teach Caleb some things. That's all I'm saying.
I get you.
That's veteran. You can have veteran leadership, and he's still young enough to run with the team for the next whatever years.
Right.
But moving on from that.
I like that. I like that.
What was I going to say? I thought Caleb did a great job of, again, taking care of the ball. He still got those inaccurate balls over people's heads, but he ain't throwing no interceptions.
And that's the thing, yeah.
Do y'all want to see any more screenplays?
Ooh, when DJ fumbled that ball, man, I'm like, how many times y'all think y'all gonna run it? He listen.
Y'all want to see one more?
He would have pump faked that guy. The street route would have been so wide open because he didn't give a damn about nothing else. He was going straight to murder DJ Moore, man. He didn't bite on nothing. He went straight for DJ Moore. If that would have been a pump fake, he probably would have scored a touchdown. But to your point, yeah, hey. I'm all screened out.
You all screened out?
All screened out.
The new coach gonna come in with he gonna watch video. He be like, so that's how you use DJ. He gonna come in a whole new package of screenplays up in there, boy.
But you know what though? Listen,
Come on now.
if the defense was actually worried about,
I don't want to see not one more fucking. They was ready for it.
Yeah,
they was definitely ready for it, man.
They was ready for it.
Yeah.
That's
the whole game. They was ready for it.
They was ready
because
for it.
They watch film just like everybody else.
So when that's all you put on fucking tape, man, come on, and then you don't change it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the last game of the fucking season. Last game of the season, you might as well just throw a caution to the wind. Air that motherfucker out.
Yeah,
Air
buddy.
it out.
See what you got.
But we gotta win. So I'm gonna be happy with that. But at the same time, within the last game of the season, man, throw caution into the wind. Air that bitch out.
Hey, boss
That's
man,
what I was looking
that would
for.
have been one of those plays where I threw Tyler Scott out there just to scare the other team.
That's how.
Oh, they got Tyler Scott out here for the deep ball.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. At least
he get one of those screens off for a touchdown, right? He got the one screen off for a touchdown.
Yeah. You listen. You know what makes Matt Nagy's offense with over there with Kansas City and say the greatest show on turf. All those moving pieces.
Time out. That ain't Matt Nagy's offense, man. But go ahead.
Well, whatever. Whoever run the offense in
Andy Reid.
Kansas City.
Come on now.
Okay.
Andy Reid.
He calling it.
Matt Nagy just.
He just the vessel.
Hey, Matt Nagy is just calling some the plays that Andy Reid already scripted up.
Okay.
Years from way back in the day.
Okay, so Andy Reid's playbook and the greatest show on turf.
I just don't want to give Matt Nagy no credit after the way he done us, man. Fuck him.
Hey, I'm with you. But what I was saying is all those moving pieces. Bro, I'm trying to get him off. J back. I'm trying. He on it. He don't like that motherfucker.
No, Matt Nagy don't get no credit for the Chiefs.
J-Back, help me, man.
I'm trying to
stop him from murdering this guy.
Look, if anything, he holding the Chiefs back.
I have to go
if anything, he holding them back.
Everybody, I tried to get him to move on, everybody.
I don't know, but man, I'm 50-50 on Nagy. Well, so I mean, I like Nagy. I mean,
listen, he has some good ideas. I just think
that man was a used car salesman.
Listen, shit, he was a first-time coach.
We just got rid of the worst used car salesman, which was Flus. So
Flus couldn't sell you. Flus couldn't sell you nothing, man. You wouldn't buy shit from Flus. Matt Nagy would sell you some shit though,
because he made it.
You'll be believing that shit.
Yeah. He dressed the pig up in the dress on us. And called it Beyonce.
I just can't shit on Nagy for the simple fact, even though he wasn't the coach for us, we got to the playoffs twice in his 4 years. I don't. Nope. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about if the
it still was his plays. He was calling. So you got to give him something.
I don't want to hear that part. They still made the playoffs. Everybody always throw that in there.
Dog, you made it to the playoffs in spite of him. You had a devastating
so he had nothing to do with it.
He was still the head coach. It don't matter. He was still.
I ain't gonna give him that. Now that's just like somebody still in the ring by sitting on the bench of the NBA team. I ain't gonna give him that one now. But it is his plays that we was running. You know what I mean?
Rex Grossman was still the quarterback when we made it to the Super Bowl. That don't mean Rex Grossman get credit.
But
we made it in spite of Rex Grossman. We made it in spite of Rex Grossman.
It's a team effort, man. It's a whole team. Without that offense going out there, even though they might play like shit, it's a whole team. The defense can't go out there and score. The defense can't go out there and run the offense. It's a team effort. We got to stop that. That's just like everybody.
So if you had AJ Mack, if you had a pie chart, if you had a pie chart,
that's not cool. That's not cool.
I agree.
I've
always said that myself. But if you had a pie chart, what percentage of that pie was because of Matt Nagy's play calling that they won?
I can't even go all the way back to 2018 because that's in the past now.
Okay, let's move back to the present. We lingered on that for a minute.
Okay. So now can I finish my point now? Listen,
Go ahead, sir.
with all those moving pieces, the guys who run it right, okay, with all those moving pieces, it's designed to make people look elsewhere for a split second. That's all it takes for a running back or a quick screen to get to the end zone. We got those pieces, but for some reason, our offense coordinators don't know how to use them. There's no way we should be, even with the line as it is. Okay, it's not perfect. With the RPOs of today, if you run them right, there's no way you can't run the ball unless you just shitty at it. And I guess that's what we are.
I don't know. To me, that just all falls back on Shane Waldron's offense.
Yeah.
It's his offense. And when Thomas Brown came in, he took over. He already said we can't reinvent the wheel. All the plays that they got is already in the playbook.
Right, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't get one or two plays.
And Caleb just mentioned that today, or it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, we can only do so much with someone else's playbook.
Right.
I heard Caleb say that. I was like, oh shit.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all should have known this, because I mean, if you just look at the plays from the beginning of the season all the way up until Waldron got fired, it's the same plays.
Same screen.
Ain't shit changed. Same screens. You just running it more. Let's get DJ the ball more. Or damn, the line ain't holding up, so we gotta run these screens. Let's run these screens. I mean, it's just poor planning, poor execution. It was a shit show from the beginning.
All right.
But you know what? All the more reason why Scott should have been in if he was running them screens. Listen, Keenan Allen ain't finna run no screens effectively, not like that. Now he remind me of Chris Carter. He's a good possession receiver. Every now and again, he's surprised you by getting over the top with his route running experience. But if it seems like, especially when you got rid of Valus, they just let Valus run the reverse. At least you could have did it with Scott a few times to see what he got. You know, that I know I'm back on Scott again, but yeah, that's what I feel.
Since you brought up Allen, how about that when he threw that pick? My man just threw his hands in his pocket and was like, "Man, fuck it." My man threw his hands in his pocket, just started walking to the sideline. I was like, "Really? This what we doing?"
That's what we doing.
Yeah, that's what we did though.
Yeah.
I can't stop laughing. I'm like,
Keenan.
Look, Swift faked him out though. He thought Swift was gonna stay there, but there still would have been a pick because dude jumped the route. So it wouldn't have mattered if Swift would have stayed there. If he'd have waited a second longer, he would have hit Swift wide open going to that sideline. But yeah, they was bearing down on his ass, I guess.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. Again, it's the last game of the season. Pull out all stops to get a win.
I think we should have seen more of that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite highlights from the game yesterday was the Bears on defense when they stopped the Packers on their fourth down jet sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was key. That was real key to the game right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's got momentum in favor on that one.
I don't know. For me, the key play of the game, that first punt, the Packers' first punt. That to me, that set the tone of the game.
I believe it. I believe it. Because in the beginning, I'm like, man.
That's definitely the key of the game, because that was points from the special team. So you rarely get those type of points, and then it was some trickery shit. Mm-hmm. It just looked so good.
Right.
It looked real good.
It did.
Yeah. Because for a minute they had me. I'm like, why they got two returners? And I see one like do the fair catch. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm looking at the others. I'm looking at the screen. Dude taking off on the other side. I'm like, oh, what we got? Oh, hey, we got. Man, I got.
Man, they said they fooled the entire team except two people. One of the guys on the line and the punter. Everybody else was fooled.
They fooled the fuck out of me. I tell you that.
You know that would pay back from what the Lions did to their ass with that trick fumble play.
Yeah.
They did it to us. We're gonna do it to them. We're gonna do it to the Packers.
The best part about it, we didn't have a penalty and it didn't get called back.
Which can tell you they practiced it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because we've had plenty of good plays this year where a penalty just nullified it. Like, damn.
We had something yesterday, didn't we?
Not many. Just
Not
one.
many, but we had enough
yesterday was relatively
to me, it was
clean.
just one on the final drive when DJ got that penalty for what was that, illegal motion?
Oh, the illegal shift with him and Ron Deuce at the same
illegal
time.
shift. Yeah.
But we got past that. So we got past that.
Yeah. Had we not, then that'd have been a problem.
Yeah,
because I was pissed at DJ already.
Yeah, I don't know if we
I was pissed at the fumble. DJ was pissing me off. I thought the game was over after the fumble. I thought this shit is over. These motherfuckers choking.
But at the same time, it's something that got pointed out when DJ fumbled and Caleb got to the sideline. You got Kerry Joseph in his ear right away. Why would you throw that? Knowing that the corner is bearing down on DJ, why would you throw it?
Right.
And but he caught it.
To me,
but the thing is,
at the same time, you got the corner bearing down on him, and you got what you got, which was a fumble.
He should have, if he had to do anything, he should have sailed it over his head.
Yeah,
we was moving the ball on that drive. We was moving the ball. We was moving the ball on that drive, and if he would just threw it over his head, or maybe went to another read, we would still had the ball. We was moving the ball.
Yeah, I think a lot of times what get lost, and it's something that Thomas Brown pointed out. I mean, it's just so apparent. Stop babying these quarterbacks.
Thank you.
Grown ass men. So what if I get on you about sailing a pass over somebody's head or not? Get rid of the fucking ball. So what? It's called coaching.
Just correct that shit.
Thank you. You got to. You cannot just keep let shit slide. And I think that's what's been happening all season. You just let certain shit slide. No, it's part of execution. It's part. You got to execute this offense right. As Tone once said before, you coach that shit out of them playing hero ball.
Yeah.
We did not get a lot of hero ball yesterday. That was one of the keys to victory. Stop all that hero ball shit.
Yeah.
You got to play on time. And that's what I like about Thomas Brown, holding him accountable. Everything is not on the line. It's on you as well. It's on the receivers. And I say this. It's not always on the line. It's on Caleb. It's on a play design. It's all that. And I think that's what got lost in Flus's message too. He's saying it's all 11. He constantly said that it's all 11.
Let me ask you this. What about when the quarterback or the line is playing that destructive and all the other players are trying to adjust their play according to that? That's still a direct result of the Lions play, even though some of these other players are still out here making bonehead plays. But if you're pushing yourself to do more than you usually have to, in other words, like we say as coaches, just do your job. You know that as brother in arms, if they see one guy struggling on the field, they're going to try to help. And sometimes it doesn't help us as a team. So, okay.
All right.
So what's the grade y'all going? What's the grade you guys going to give the defense? But offense, I'm sorry, the offense first. Yeah. I'm talking offense mostly.
Can you hear me? Yesterday's game? I can hear you.
Yeah. Well, the game we talking about.
Just talking about for the season, myself.
What's the grade you'll get again?
For the
offense first, though, not overall, just the offense.
Okay, just the offense. C minus.
C minus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
C minus.
We still couldn't do nothing on our first drive for nothing.
Nope, 3 and out.
3 and outs.
Yeah, because you know why? Because we don't have confidence in a certain play. We don't have a confidence in none of our plays, so we don't know what we're running on first down, on first play.
I agree with that 100%. It felt like they only had confidence in certain plays, and I'm sure they have their reasons why. You know, protection, quarterback reads,
scoring plays. Yeah.
all types of
I give him
stuff.
a D.
Yeah.
I give him a D plus C minus. We did see some bright spots, like when he threw on time, when he hit. I believe that was Keenan Allen or was it DJ Moore when he hit him. I think it was maybe 2 games ago when he hit. I don't know if it was DJ Moore or Keenan Allen streaking. I think it was Keenan Allen. He was streaking down that right sideline.
Well, I was
And
just
he
talking
hit.
about yesterday, boss man. Just yesterday.
No, I was
Not
just saying how
couple
we've seen
days.
some type of improvements. So I give him a D plus to a
Gotcha.
C minus because we did see some minor improvements. Like when he does get the ball out on time, it's good things happen. So yeah,
Yeah.
I give him a D plus C minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a C minus too. I think the offense has been really holding his team back. Definitely held them back yesterday. It was just too many plays left on the field where we just couldn't get anything going. Like, who wrote this playbook? Oh, Shane Waldron did. My bad. And why doesn't it fit the personnel? Oh my goodness.
And that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
too, man. You stop going off name and go by, what he's shown while he's been a coach in this league. Because big name coaches get old and played out too, a la John Fox.
Facts. Create some plays that's gonna go to DeAndre Swift's strengths, Caleb Williams' strengths.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and then
Do
it
something
really
results.
works.
I guess he thought DJ's strength was screen him.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
it's his yards after the catch that they were looking for. That's what they said. It was one of the things that they loved about is
Oh,
he
he's
turned
great
into a
at that.
running
Yeah, I
back.
love
Yeah,
that.
he turns into a running back
but
once he gets the
he's a
ball. So that's
receiver.
where all the screens come from.
Yeah.
So what's Debo Samuel? They do him the same way.
I don't have a problem with my receiver getting yards after the catch from
Right.
screenplays or from the backfield. He's a weapon like that.
50
Use
times
your
a game.
weapons. Use your weapons to their
50
strengths.
times
He's a
a
weapon.
game. 50
Huh?
times a
You gotta
game.
have something else to go with it.
Nah,
That stuff
not
only
that
works
easy.
if you
Not
got
50
a
times
run
a
game
game.
going. Yeah, you gotta have a run
It's
game.
like his only route is behind the line of scrimmage. That's his only routes. So
Yeah.
you ain't really got to play him. You just play the line of scrimmage with DJ.
Just play the line of scrimmage.
And run to the ball.
Everybody else, they're going out on routes. DJ's just at the line of scrimmage. That's not hard to defend.
No. And the little success that we have off of is because of his skills as a ball carrier after the catch.
I was about to say he be slipping some tackles on the line of scrimmage though. I'll give him that. He's good at slipping the tackle.
That's what I'm saying.
Making the first guy miss.
Yeah, the success we having is because of his skills as a ball carrier. He slips a lot of tackle, breaks a lot of tackle, arm tackles.
We barely have success because we ain't scoring.
I think the success for that type of play is not happening right now because we just use it way too much and they see it coming.
Entirely too much.
And you can only dress it up so many different ways.
Yes.
And then we got Roshan Johnson, who is.
I was waiting. Come on.
Come on, Roshan. What? No. Man.
If this man is on the team, he better not see the field.
Just like discussing.
That's all I got to say. They better draft a running back to go with DeAndre. They better draft a running back to go with DeAndre.
They
should not see the field next season.
They shouldn't have let Foreman go.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't have.
You're right.
They shouldn't have let Khalil go.
Well, Khalil was a payday they weren't looking for. I understand why, but I wish they would have kept him.
They didn't get a good draft pick for him, so might as well keep him.
They didn't. They
might as well keep him. I mean, you're not gonna pay him no top tier dollar. So why not keep him?
They put too much of they chips in that Roshan bag.
No.
Keep him for this season, if anything. Maybe it changes something in the complexion of how the season plays out. Who knows? Because we've seen in past years where Khalil Herbert was shining. You know what I'm saying? He was shining. So maybe him and DeAndre back there, maybe it makes the game look a little different. Who knows?
Well, he was banged up a little bit.
We know Roshan is not it.
I don't know. They got that little big dumbass concussion hat on. I guess they're scared of his concussions. Probably. I told you he was Glass Joe. From the Tyson Punch-Out game. That's Glass Joe. Every time he touches me, he got a concussion.
One of my favorite players on the team is Jaquan Brisker. Is he done?
Wow.
Oh.
That's a good one. I would hope
I
that.
hope not.
He's been gone for a mighty long time since the
Panthers game.
since the losing streak started. Yeah, Panthers game.
Yeah, that's
Man,
pretty
I
much
I,
the
I,
whole.
I don't know, man.
That's
I
the
feel
whole
like
season.
yeah, I feel like
Eno
something's up
season.
with that because season gone. Jaquan is
Yeah.
Yeah,
a difference maker when he's out on the field too, man.
that's the thing, though.
But
He's got to play. The thing is, you want him to play safer, but is he brisker if he changes style of play after he changes style? If he changes his style of play, is he still the brisker that we know and love? But he's got to
probably
keep
not.
himself on the field. We
Yeah,
already know your best skill is availability. You got to
yeah,
be available. I don't care who you are.
yeah. Hey,
So I don't
since
know.
I
I hope
mentioned one
not.
of my favorites, who are your favorite players on this Bears defense? Who was your favorite player on the Bears defense? K Mac,
Um,
Earl.
Me, I'm a lineman, so I like Dexter. I love the jump he made from
Dexter.
last year to this year. I think if Billings was still on the side of him, he'd still be having them splash plays like we depend on from a top-notch defensive tackle.
For me, I lean more toward the lineman, but this year I would. Wow. Damn. I like what I've been seeing from Ford.
Ford? Oh wow,
But
you got me with that one. I didn't see that one
yeah,
coming.
I like what I've been seeing from him.
Okay.
I thought you was gonna say
Jonathan
Edmonds.
Ford.
No, Edmonds.
You know he wasn't gonna say no Edmonds.
Now you.
You know he wasn't gonna say he would slap Edmonds if he could. You know that man ain't
Always
gonna
got
say
some
no
on his
Edmonds.
back.
That man
Of course
that
not.
man hates Edmonds. I swear he does. But
No, I don't hate
Put him
him.
back on his
I
dirt.
just don't think he deserved that big contract. I don't think he deserves the push, or he's not
Well,
he's not a Bears linebacker. And
he don't like to
okay,
stick his
I
nose
can
in
hear
it.
you on that part.
He reminds me of a
Yeah.
chase down linebacker. He don't like to
Yeah,
put his nose in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like we
he's not
used to.
Yeah, he's not a Bears linebacker for me.
I agree
But
with you on that part.
But
I
what you got to
like
remember is we paid him for what he showed us in Buffalo, and that defensive line was a mother hubber. So we got to remember we didn't pay him off of what we seen from our. We paid him what we seen him do with the Bills.
but at the same time, you got to think about Flus and his defense. He wanted Tremaine to be that that deep
A
middle
hammer, that iron fist
cover,
that puts fear. Yeah.
to cover the middle,
He's like another safety out there. Yeah.
like a Brian.
He
Like
remind me of Urlacher a little bit with that
yeah,
safety
Right.
like
play.
an Urlacher. Yeah.
Right, because it was his length that
Yeah, he
Flus
got
fell
that
in love
size
with.
for yeah.
That length.
I agree.
But no, as far as playing downhill no, of course not.
Yeah, that's not Bear. He's not a Bear like that. My favorite Bear on the defense outside of Brisker, I would have to say Kyler Gordon, man. Kyler Gordon
Good one.
stick his
Good
nose.
one. Good one.
He stick his
Good
nose
one.
in every play he can.
Good one. Good one.
That boy
That's a
play
good
with so much heart. I love him, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good pick.
I love that dude, man. He played with so much heart, so much toughness. He don't care. I love his attitude out there.
Right.
Yeah, I like that pick. It's
Yeah,
either him or
hey. That's why we're missing because him and Brisker together, man. It wasn't too many people that wanted to come over the middle because they know they was gonna get their ass.
Because
beat
we
up.
already know Jalen Johnson making business decisions all game.
yeah, all game. Man,
He'll tackle you, but his tackles he'll get dragged before you fall down. He's just so weak out there trying to tackle somebody.
Yeah, he trying to get you before that momentum build up.
I thought for a second when he had that punch out, it looked like he was trying to avoid the tackle itself.
Probably.
I didn't like that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, well, the safeties and the corners gonna punch at that ball more than they gonna make a solid tackle.
Yeah,
He ain't he ain't what's his name? He ain't my guy Kyler Gordon. He ain't gonna make the tackle. He gonna make it, but he
Definitely.
gonna make it where he gonna let you come and help him. He ain't finna try to make no solo tackles.
I think it was last season, the last time he went in to make a solo tackle, he threw his shoulder out. That was the last game of the season last year. So he's probably thinking about that. Now he fucked up with a quad injury.
Now he carry a briefcase on the field because he making all business decisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
He like, wait a minute. Should I tackle him? And if I do, how should I tackle him?
He done got that payday. And he got his swag where he wanted it now. So, hopefully
I give him props on the
5
punch
games
out.
won't be the
So I give him props on the punch out. He had his head, it was a heads up play.
Well, but I mean, he's been taking a beating
Heads
these
up
last
play.
few games too, though. He's been getting beaten by people that don't usually beat him in these last 4, 5 games. He ain't been looking like the Jalen Johnson we know and love. So hopefully it's just a residual of what the season has, been, and he'll bounce back next year. Because if not, we paid this dude a lot of money for jack shit.
He got Pro Bowl honors. He our only Pro Bowler on the squad, man. What y'all think about that? Did he deserve the Pro Bowl, or do we deserve any other Pro Bowlers?
I think it should have been more than him on that defense that made it. I'm gonna say that.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I can't say
Gordon.
The defense finished in what position?
No, Kyler
Gordon maybe
is about the only other one. And hell, I wouldn't even say Jalen actually deserved it. So I mean, they probably give it to him just based off a couple of seasons ago because he hasn't been.
In the beginning of the season, he was playing pretty good. This is just maybe I missed something.
So out of the 17 games, he probably played well. He probably played pretty good. 12 of them, maybe 12 or 13 of them.
That's Pro Bowl. That's Pro Bowl. You can't have a perfect game every season. I mean, every game, but but these last 5, he looked pretty bad though, man. He been getting beat. I mean, it's not even close on some of these some of these routes he getting beat on, man. I just think it's this defense is a little fed up, being knocked over the head every week, and then offense can't back them up.
Well, guess what? They ain't got to be fed up no more. They ain't got to be fed up no more. They can go ahead and do what DJ said. DJ Moore said he was ready for vacation 3 weeks ago.
Probably
he was ready for vacation.
But you know what though? That's one thing about these new age players that I do like. The fact that they speak their mind, because a lot of guys, it was the other way around. Back in our days, players feared coaches more than they fear them today. Well, when you come in the league with all those millions on an NI deal now, you ain't really got to lose. And I wanted to say that earlier, man. This money that's coming into this league is affecting how they being coached. Ain't nobody coming to the league with 10 million worried about what your coach saying don't like. So, I
agree with you on that. They probably tiptoeing around players because the players coming in with so much money and power already. But if you're a coach, you're a coach. Just be yourself, man. Coach.
If you're a good coach, you find a way to get to your players. Remember what we said. Everybody does not learn on the same level.
Be great. If he wants to be coached, he gonna listen. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And I think a guy like Caleb, in his particular instance, he wants to be coached hard. So he said that several times, even recently.
His whole demeanor this season says that he wants to be coached, in my opinion. His whole demeanor, and from ups and downs, the way he handled it, I liked it.
I kind of, to me, that just leads me back to Coach Brown being critical of Caleb and actually coaching him and not babying him. And I like that. And that's the only way you're going to learn. That's the only way you're going to get through the fucking league. Is to
the way he takes it too, right? Yeah, the way he accepts the coaching too. That speaks to the caliber of guy he is too. He's going to be a good one. I can't speak to whether it's going to be with us, which I do hope and think that it will be if we get the right coaches in there. But he's going to be good. I think
it's crossed my mind too.
Fine. Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
The word is around. The word around the league. Don't go to Chicago if you're a quarterback. So yeah, some of those guys are going to listen because some of these guys they're saying it is those guys' friends. So we better get it right.
I also think Caleb is the type of person who's a competitor. He wants to prove everyone wrong. He wants to prove that he's the greatest. wants to prove that he can resurrect the Bears. So I think he'll
Bam.
stick around for those reasons. If he has an inkling, that I can be successful here. Because you know what? If you're successful in the Bears, say you win one Super Bowl,
You're going.
you're God. You're
You're
God.
gone. Yeah,
if he
that's
can,
almost Hall of
if he
Fame.
can
That's
win
almost
one
Hall
Super
of Fame.
Bowl in the Bears, it's over. The city is his for the rest of his life. We
Yeah.
can look at the
I'm
85
telling you.
Bears teams. Those dudes still living in glory,
Still,
40 years later. Come on
yeah,
now.
Yep.
still being held as one of the greatest teams out here. Yeah, I think we could do it. I really do. I think we could do
Those
it with
players
Jay
are
McCarthy.
living. Yeah. But I have to still give player of the game to Cairo Santos because he got his field goal blocked last time playing the Packers. So this was like a redemption for him, and I feel like he got that off his chest, and he drilled that bitch.
And you know what though, and it's good.
I
It's
love
good
that
for
for him.
too. Yeah, I do too because your kick got blocked. Your kick won the game. That's good for him.
And just listening,
he might not be on the team next year.
And the killer part about it, doing warm-ups, kicking into that end of the field, he didn't hit not one doing warm-ups. So for him to go out there and make a 51-yarder and that end of the end zone in which at the beginning of the game doing warm-ups, he didn't hit shit, I love him for it.
To make it, that speaks to his
I heard that he hit a 53-yarder in warm-ups. That must have been at the other end. I heard he hit a 53. That must have been at the other end in warm-ups.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. He said he didn't hit nothing.
That's what's
doing
up.
Warm-ups on at that side of the field.
I like that little live, the little live video he shot. Did y'all get it? I think I sent it to the group. I think I did. But when he was walking off the field going live, I think he made the kick. I like that.
Yep. What do y'all think about
He shouldn't
DJ
have tried
Moore
that
coming
Lambo
up
leap though.
34?
How tall is he? 4'11"? You shouldn't have tried the Lambo leap, bro.
Wait a
What do
minute.
y'all think about DJ Moore
Lambo
coming
leap
up
yesterday?
34 yards?
Say it again.
What'd you say, J-Mac?
No, I was just asking, what do y'all think about DJ Moore coming up 34 yards short of 1,000?
Yeah. I you know what though? In the grand scheme of things, I think they could have pushed for that. I mean, we're not going nowhere else. It's time, you give some people some individual accolades if you can. You just want to end the season on the right note.
Now, unless he got a bonus clause in there, then I say push for it.
Hey, look,
You
Like
he probably wished he had Justin Fields back because Justin Fields was feeding him and feeding him and feeding him.
Well, he actually he actually has more catches this season than he has.
Yeah.
How do you say that?
They all screens.
You know what I'm getting at, right?
Justin was hitting the ball down the field.
Yeah. Listen,
that's where he got his yards from.
A screen is still a pass. Right. A screen is still a pass.
All right. So with the season ending in 5-12, fellas, what's your grade for the Bear season? F.
Yeah.
I won't give him an F because of how good the defense played, but I can't go no higher than a D.
Yeah, I'm giving him an F.
Like you said, it's a team. It's a team.
I thought I saw a lot of slippage in the defense.
You said the team. You can't punish the whole team for what the offense did. You just said it was a team game.
The defense.
The defense slipped too.
The defense slipped.
It did slip, but it also
big time.
We still ain't averaging, but what 23 points? What was it? It was 21 when we was rolling. But that 30-point game we gave up to Detroit and Minnesota, I think, pushed us up a few points. Ain't too many other defenses messing with that. I'm not saying it was great, and they do deserve a low score, but you can't knock the defense because the offense can get their shit together.
Defense couldn't stop the run.
Hey, they must have been doing something. They was only holding 20-some points.
Same as last year. They couldn't stop the run. And thankfully, some coaches
all season
being dumbasses got away from the run.
Yeah. I don't understand because they are. That's what I'm saying. They this new regime. They bring them same weak ass coaching philosophies in here. They want to score, but there's nothing behind it, man. You just want to throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. A lot of them now is jump balls. You know, you don't see nobody throwing no timing routes. These quarterbacks want to see you wide open for to throw the ball. Nobody's throwing anybody open. It ain't just the Bears. This is the league, period. If that quarterback doesn't see you wide open, you're probably not going to get it unless it's a jump ball or a back shoulder pass. Nobody throws timing routes. I ain't gonna say no one, but for the most part, the league has gotten away from throwing timing routes. You can't guard a timing route. You can't, because at the end of the day, you're the only one knowing you're going. If that quarterback gets that ball out at the top of your route, there's nobody that can guard it unless you're being double.
I look at it like this with our defense. When the Packers decided to take Jordan Love out the game and Josh Jacobs out the game, they ran with their backups, and their backups was gashing us.
Was murking us. 31, number 31, whatever.
Yeah.
Both of them, 31 and 30. Emmanuel Wilson and Chris Brooks, they both gashing us.
Yeah. Did we have the issue with the last year when we was talking about this?
My fault.
Just late with the.
Hey, what y'all was saying about the run?
Well, we were saying how we've been getting gashed all year, and I was asking, has that been an issue all year long as the year progressed?
No, we've been getting gashed all year with the run. That's been our weakness the whole season.
I thought we were a little better than we are now, though. I just thought we were better.
I saw that from the jump.
Great.
Yeah, I saw that from the jump too.
So they rushed for 183 yards yesterday. They rushed for 183 yards yesterday, mostly with their backups.
Right.
We can't remember time.
They outgained us by 143 yards.
Yeah, I seen that.
143 yards they outgained us.
Yeah.
I mean, the first quarter we had -4 yards for the first quarter.
So we played the Titans, right? They ran 440 yards on us. I mean, it was from day one.
Man, listen. We've fallen all the way down to 27 in total defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
number 27, we average 354 yards a game.
And unfortunately, you can attribute some of that to Flukes being fired, Washington adjusting, to the play calling for himself because he ain't called plays. This ain't his defense.
True.
It's just like with unfortunately the unfortunate situation with Thomas Brown. Not his offense.
Right.
It's not his plays. It's not his play design. So you got to work with what you got.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
one thing I was reading was.
You see the last.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying the last two games defensively were good. I mean, even though we was getting gashed in the run game, of course, but we didn't give up much, especially in point wise.
Right.
So I forgot what the hell I was just thinking. Whatever.
I'll just real quick though. They bring somebody for the head coaching job. I think it's just really a formality and something out of courtesy and respect. And I think it's also something where they want to see what his thinking is of the team, so then move on with the next regime and try to fill in those with the next coach, because they want to ask him what he's the team and what he thinks is wrong and what he thinks can be improved, all of that stuff. They're going to use all of the information for the next guy, and hopefully they can go ahead and make these corrections for the next guy. But I don't think he has a shot in the next head coach. It's just a formality.
Yeah.
What do you think about them bringing him back as the OC? Because he has a connection with Caleb.
But
I think that's up to the next head coach.
Right. Is the guy coming in
I
going
just
to
think
stick
it's the
with this
next head coach
offense?
might. Yeah, the next head coach, he got to now he's going to have to work with the next head coach's offense if they keep him, and I think that's up to the next head coach if he wants to keep Thomas Brown as his OC.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What do you think about it if they actually kept him? Because he has a connection with Caleb.
I don't think I'll have a problem with it. I just don't want him to call the plays. Just be the OC.
I want to see him call his own plays. You know,
It won't be
That's the
his
only
play.
way you can
Well, it might be
totally
his.
be sure that it's his. You know what I mean? If
We
it's
don't know
your
his
baby, why
playbook
would
though,
you
so
call?
it's
you're
we
right.
don't know his
That's the
playbook, so it's
issue.
unproven.
He hasn't had a chance because he's always coming in with somebody else's playbook.
So is this the time to give him a chance? A team that like the Bears that's reeling from this devastating season, is this the time to give a guy a chance that we don't know what he's capable of? I don't think so. I think the Bears need to find somebody that they know what they're capable of. So we know Ben Johnson can call plays. I don't know if he's a head coach, but we know he can call plays. Bring somebody in, we see what they can do as a play caller. I don't know what Thomas Brown can do as a play caller, and I don't think we're in position to go that route right now. Just to be honest with you, I don't think we're in that position.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you in that the only reason that I personally wouldn't give Thomas Brown a shot is because as an organization, we can't afford to wait on him. Okay, as we can't. The fans are going to turn on us. The city is going to turn on the Bears if they don't get this shit right in next year. I'm serious, and it's going to be bad for the GM gone. You know, and it might even touch Kevin, and he just came on board, but. We have to get this thing right next year, and we can't afford to wait on Thomas Brown. Now, my arguments for him, my pros for him, is that it keeps the same system in place for the most part, and then he's
It's
going
not
to.
his system though.
I'm
Well, it
just
wouldn't
saying
be. It'd be his
it
system.
wouldn't be,
It'd be
but the
his
same
system.
way he tweaking what he's doing now, they're starting to get used to his play calls and the way he tweaked the playbook to fit his style. So going into next year, it will be a benefit to us because the guys are already used to his teaching style and some of the plays he called. But we can't afford for him not to get it right. So again, I would love for him to get an opportunity, but I think the state of the organization it's not going to allow him to do it. He can't. They got to go out to somebody that's proven. He needs to be offensive minded and go get you a good defensive coordinator. Or if it is a defensive coach like Vrabel or whatever his name is, then go get a good offensive coordinator. You know, the enemies of the group out there,
Get
or whoever.
offensive coordinators proven. We seen his work on the field. We're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, he can call plays. He can
Yeah.
scheme. He can play.
Yeah.
It's someone like
As
that.
much as I
Thomas
love the way
Brown.
Lovey as much as I love the way Lovey did things, one of the things Lovey could have helped himself out with is getting him a proven offensive coordinator because the defense was doing what they had to do every year until they aged out.
How you feeling about
Right.
that, man? Yeah.
What's that?
I wish Thomas Brown success, and I wish he would have had success in those 5 games that he been head coach. And I was comfortable with saying, yeah, let him be the play caller next year. But and I know he was behind the 8 ball. It wasn't his offense. But had he improved Shane Waldron's offense and the offense looked better, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take a shot on him. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a shot on him. But he didn't
Right.
improve on Shane Waldron's offense, in my opinion. And it looks the same. It looks stagnant. It's not putting up points. It's not producing points. So I would not lean towards having him back just for that.
Right.
I don't know. I just say give the kid a shot. You look past him in the first place to sign Waldron, and then you bring him on board later on afterwards. I don't know. You got to see what the kid can do.
I mean, I agree with you. They did look past him, but you can't go backwards. You can't put any in the bottle.
Okay.
The Bears had a disaster of a season. They get forward now.
Yeah, everybody. You got people who pick these people to win 10 games at the least. So it was a disaster. I just think that the state of the team, the organization, is not going to wait for him to get to where he needs to be considered a good coach. They're not. They want something now. They know that the fans are going restless. Kevin even came out, who I forgot, was it Kevin? Said that the fans have been putting up with this shit too long. They looking for a Bill Belichick type coach. They're looking for that. They better be.
Thomas Brown might
What
be
do you
good.
think about Arthur
Thomas Brown
Smith?
might be good out the gate. He got there.
Yeah, we are. Go ahead.
So
What do you
Tom
think
might
about
be
Arthur
good out the
Smith?
gate, but I don't want to try to find out.
That's it.
No,
And that's
you
what I'm
don't know.
saying. That's what
That's
the team is not going to allow him to do it. The team, I'm telling you, the first hiccup, they're going to be on his ass. And me as Thomas Brown, I don't want it. That's not how I want to open up my campaign to fight for a head coach job under them type of circumstances. Because if he don't know, then he's shortchanging himself. One wrong mistake. You've heard the fans say they don't want another rookie coach. You heard the fans say they want an offensive-minded coach. If they hire this man and it falters, we go 0-3 or 1-2 or whatever the hell you want to call it, he's going to get massacred. And he probably won't get another coaching job for years to come. Not head coaching job, rather.
I think he could go to some other team and be an offensive coordinator that hasn't had the disaster that the Bears have had the last 3 years. It has some organization with the fans. They can do that. It's like, yeah, let's bring in this unproven guy, but we've seen some spark from him. Let's bring him in and give him a shot. But I don't think the Bears just can't do that right now. I don't know.
No. Just yeah.
And
I like Thomas Brown. I would love to see him get a shot.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, I would love to see him get a shot. I just don't think that this is his time. Not with this team. At this time, he's not going to get it. He's not. I don't see it.
He should have got J Mac said, he should have got the shot before Waldron, and maybe we'll be looking at him differently now because we'll have something on tape. You know what I'm saying? From Thomas Brown. But we don't have something on tape from Thomas Brown, and we just can't do that right now.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask both of you guys one more question. Do you think that the Shane Waldron's hire was the organization realizing that we don't want no more new coaches? Maybe that was a way to put a Band-Aid on the fact that the city and some of the fans were complaining about these new coaches. And do you think that the decision made on Shane Waldron was to protect Flus in a kind of way, maybe? Since he was proven
I don't think the organization has made that decision. I just think that's the noise around the media and the fans. I don't think the organization has made a decision where they don't want a rookie coach. I haven't heard them say anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's been us. It ain't really been the organization. It's been
right,
the
because if that's the case, you wouldn't be putting in requests to interview certain coaches.
Right.
Everyone will have head coaching experience already.
Right.
You got to make it look good. You got to make it look good with some of the names in there.
I don't think they'll be wasting
what do y'all
time
think about
like
Arthur
Ben
Smith?
Johnson.
What do you think about Arthur Smith?
As a head coach?
Atlanta?
Yeah.
As a head coach? No.
They requested to interview him.
He's over in Pittsburgh right now, right?
Yeah,
Pittsburgh, not Atlanta. It's Pittsburgh, yeah.
I just got a notification that they put in a request to interview him.
I'm gonna say thumbs down on Arthur Smith. I saw Pittsburgh offense. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah,
he already had a shot as a head coach. I wasn't feeling it.
Where was he head coach? What is it? Where was he?
Atlanta, right?
Atlanta, right?
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see, LA got rid of your boy over there real quick, didn't they? I mean, not LA. The Patriots. Mayo out.
Oh yeah,
as head coach. Yeah, they did that.
As soon as that game was over, he was out.
Yeah, that's you can't follow Bill Belichick with no season like that.
They said it was in his contract that he would be the next coach.
Who?
I think
Mayo.
I got it off.
That's how he got the job.
Yeah,
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
he was in his contract to be the next head coach.
So they didn't necessarily want him in the first place.
Probably not.
They just had to honor the
Probably
contract,
not.
basically.
Well, I'm gonna tell you too.
Yeah.
I wondered about that hire last year. I'm like, that don't seem like a Patriots hire to me. But all right, now it makes sense.
I don't know anything about him to say anything, so I was just like, okay, he already in house. They just moving him up a spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he
They
deserved a shot just like any other assistant coach deserved a shot after so long. You know.
from what I read, they said they didn't want to. Some teams was trying to poach him away. They didn't want to let him go, so they put it in his contract that he would be the next head coach if Belichick was to go.
And they was hoping and praying that this season was going to be something better with him in the spot. And when he called his team soft, it was over right there. That man said, "Boy, soft."
I don't get that. Well, why can't you criticize your team if they're not playing up to par?
Because they prima donnas. Those are the divas. They making too much money coming out of college.
I think you can, but you can't do it in the media because now you're belittling your team in the media in front of the world. I think you could do it in the locker room.
You gotta do it in a way to leave that man feeling like himself. You can't leave him. He's not gonna play for you no more. They probably stopped listening to him when he said that.
If anything, I'm gonna protect my team from the media, not dog them to the media. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect them from the media.
Hell, we as fans can see y'all soft.
Okay, we can say that. We on the outside.
Right. You don't want your head coach saying that. You don't want your head coach.
Not to the world. In the locker room, I'll be like, "Oh, you motherfuckers soft. Y'all need to go ahead and toughen up." Blah 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 blah. But not in front of the mic and the cameras. Yeah, these motherfuckers ain't shit, dog.
Right.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one problem I had with that. Just don't say it in front of the world. All right. Anybody else got anything we want to close with?
Oh man,
Happy New Year's, guys. Happy New Year's. Hope 2025 be a better season than 2024.
Man, we undefeated in 2025. Let's carry that on over to the new season and keep rolling. I hope we got the Packers week 1.
Yeah.
Let's hit that.
Put something on their
like
mind.
and
That's
subscribe
all.
for some extra. Let's hit that like and subscribe for some extra Bears content out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Till we meet again, it was great chatting with y'all for the last week of the season.
Yes,
and we're gonna talk some more in the off season about all the moves and things like that and the happenings with the Chicago Bears. But I'm gonna catch y'all later from today, though. Y'all be good.
All right, deuces, baby. Y'all have a good season, man. Good year.
Yes, sir.